Hey guys, this video will be about if you have a bogging issue on any of your small engine go-karts, ATVs, dirt bikes. This is a what they call it PZ20 carburetor. PZ22 is the same thing. You know, basically any of your China machines will have a very similar setup inside. What we're going to be looking at is a bogging issue. It's pretty common on these. We got to remember that these things are built in China. This is not a Honda. This is not a Yamaha. So they don't have the quality assurance that some of these other companies will have. So sometimes they'll just kind of put parts in here that kind of work, but kind of also don't. So what we're looking at is a bogging on acceleration. You hit the gas and it just goes bah, and goes dead. It can, backfire. It can do all kinds of crazy things. But the way that I usually fix these, if you don't have an ignition issue, this is just if you've eliminated all the other issues that, ignition or kill switch problems or whatever else. What we're going to be looking at is these two jets here. This jet is our idle circuit. If your bike or machine it's idling just fine, you can start it up, it idles. This jet is probably going to be okay. The one that we're going to be looking at is this one here. This is what we call the secondary. So whenever you open the throttle, this jet here is supposed to add more fuel so your machine can stay running, since it needs more fuel whenever it's bringing in all that extra air. From the factory, I've actually gotten quite a few of these carburetors that this jet is just too small in. And what I ended up having to do was just to drill it out some. And as you can see, the hole in there is actually pretty small. And the way you can tell if your secondary is too small is if it's the same size as your idle circuit here, then your secondary needs to be a little bit bigger. Since we're taking in much more air and the engine's going to be running at higher RPM, we need to add a lot more fuel. And so what I have is just some precision drill bits, little tiny drill bits. Different sizes. These are all a little different, and what you want to do is get a whole set and start with the smallest one that will actually fit through the jet itself without having to drill anything. And then you'll want to move up just one size of drill bit and drill out carefully with the jet out of the carburetor. You definitely want to take it out and drill out that little hole right there on the inside of the jet. Now on the inside of that jet, you're going to have these little tiny holes here. We're not going to mess with those, and we're also going to make sure that those are nice and clean, and you'll actually be able to see straight, if I can get this camera to focus. But you should be able to turn this thing and look straight through that jet. And get it to, there we go. You should be able to line those holes up. You can see them just a little bit right there. So make sure that thing is super clean. Drill it out a little bit, and you should have some good luck. It sure did fix mine right over there.